Dear friends, welcome back to our channel today. In this episode, we will talk about 3 interesting topics. First, we'll share what you should do if you wake up between 3 and 5 in the morning. Doing this can bring something amazing. Second, we'll talk about why many older people don't like having guests visit their home. And finally, we'll explore an old saying, why some believe that marrying a woman who has changed her past is better than marrying someone who has once betrayed trust. Now, let's begin with the first topic. Maybe you have asked yourself this question before. Why do I often wake up between 3 and 5 a.m.? No matter if you go to bed early or late, or even when you're very tired, you still wake up at this same time. Is this just a natural habit in the body, or could it mean something deeper? In today's video, we will look at this from 2 sides, science and the spiritual side, to try to understand what might be hidden in these quiet hours. Let's start with the scientific explanation. Waking up at this time could be because your sleep cycle is not working right. One common cause is stress, worry, or sleep problems. When your body feels pressure, it's harder to fall into deep sleep. This makes it easy for you to wake up in the middle of the night, especially between 3 and 5 a.m. Sleep experts also say that during this time, your body often changes from deep sleep to lighter sleep. That's when you can wake up easily, even if you don't know why. This is called broken or fragmented sleep. If you don't go back to deep sleep, you may feel tired in the morning. But stress is not the only reason. Your body's internal clock, also called the biological clock, plays a big role. This clock helps control when you sleep and wake up. When it's not working well, you may wake up at strange times, even if you think you slept enough. Now let's look at it from a different view, the spiritual side. In many spiritual beliefs, especially in Indian traditions, the time between 3 and 5 a.m. is called Brahma Muhurta, or the sacred hour of Brahma. During this time, the line between the physical world and the spiritual world becomes very thin. People believe that this is the time when the universe's energy is strongest, and you might feel a connection to something higher. Some say that waking up at this time could be a message, a gentle call from the universe asking you to open your heart and connect with your inner self and the spiritual world. In fact, many people have shared strange and powerful experiences when they wake up during these hours. Some say they suddenly have creative ideas or strong feelings about the future. This is when your mind is most open and can receive messages that we often miss during our busy daily lives. So waking up between 3 and 5 a.m. is not always a bad thing. It might actually be a special chance to grow, find peace, and become stronger inside. In traditional Indian medicine, called Ayurveda, people believe that this time is when Veda energy in the body is at its highest. This energy helps with movement, blood flow, and joint flexibility. That means if you wake up at this time, your body may feel lighter, your mind clearer, and the stress you carry could begin to fade away. Your thoughts become sharper, you can handle problems more easily, and your creative energy can grow stronger than ever before. If you are someone who often wakes up during these early hours, when you hear the question, why don't older people want visitors at home? You may quickly think of common reasons like being tired, needing quiet, or not liking to be disturbed. But if we pause and think more deeply, we might see that behind these reasons lies a bigger story, one about life, changes over time, and how each person sees their place in the world. Dear friends, today's topic is something many older people, including myself, have often wondered about or felt deeply. Before we talk about the main reasons, I want to share a little of my own experience. When I was younger, I enjoyed having friends over. I wanted my home to be a place for people to gather and laugh. But now that I'm older, I find peace and stillness to be the most valuable things. And I believe many others who have been through life's ups and downs feel the same. The first reason is feeling tired. When we were young, we could sit and chat with friends for hours without feeling worn out. But as we get older, our bodies aren't as strong. Even a fun visit can leave us feeling drained. Getting the house ready, making food, and talking for a long time. These things can be tiring. Sometimes, not wanting visitors just means we don't have the energy for it. It doesn't mean we don't love our friends or family. It just means we prefer relaxed and easy visits, maybe in places that don't feel stressful. The second reason is wanting quiet. After many years of working and raising families, quiet time becomes very important to older people. It helps us rest and find peace in our hearts. At this stage in life, many of us no longer feel the need to impress others or live by others' rules. That's why you'll often see older folks enjoying soft light, less noise, and calm rooms. When guests come over, that peaceful space is broken, and it can be hard to get that calm feeling back. It doesn't mean we don't care about people. It just means we value stillness more now than we did before. The third reason is worry about money and responsibility. Many older people don't have the same income they used to. They live on savings or small pensions. So the cost of hosting visitors, food, drinks, even small things can feel heavy. Also, they may feel stressed about making everything perfect, cleaning the house, cooking, and being a good host. If they don't have the strength or money for all that, it can become a big worry and make them avoid having visitors. The fourth reason is changes in how we talk and connect across ages. Older people, especially those who have lived through many decades, often don't feel comfortable with the fast changes in today's world. The way people speak, the topics young people care about, like new technology or work success, can feel strange or far away from our daily lives. These talks can make us feel left out. So, being around those kinds of conversations too much can be tiring or even sad for older people. Dear friends, all of these reasons come from the natural changes that happen as we age. But I want to say this clearly. Even if we don't want guests, we still need love and connection from family and friends. Quiet and peace do not mean we feel lonely. We just need others to understand that having our own space and quiet time is something we truly treasure. Thank you for listening to today's talk. If you found it helpful, please leave a like and share it with others. We'll see each other again soon with more heartwarming and meaningful stories. She not only left her old life behind, but also started living in a new way, following the moral rules of the time. In the eyes of the old society, this was seen as a brave and strong choice. For them, letting go of the past was a big step forward, a serious effort to return to a better life and be accepted again. These women, even though they came from a life of shame, were often forgiven by others and sometimes even respected for trying to change. But the wife who climbed over the wall had no such chance. When a woman breaks the promise of being loyal in marriage, it is often seen as something that cannot be fixed. This is seen as a deep break that cannot be made whole again. Because of that, she is judged harshly and is not given a second chance. The old saying, "Better to marry a changed woman than a wife who breaks trust," shows a deep belief in being loyal and honest in marriage. In the past, marriage was not just about the husband and wife. It was also about the joining of two families. That is why a wife's faithfulness was seen as very important to keep family honor and order in society. When a woman ran away from her home to be with someone else, it was viewed as betraying her family and causing deep hurt that could not be undone. On the other hand, when a woman left her wrong past behind and tried to live a better life, it was seen as something to respect. It showed strength and the will to change. This also shows that the old society had some level of kindness and was willing to forgive people who truly tried to do better. This saying also reflects what people in the past thought about women. It is not only a view of two types of women, but also a message about what was expected of women. In those times, women were expected to keep their honor, be loyal, and take care of their families. Even though women who worked in shameful jobs were looked down on, they were still given the chance to change and be accepted again. But a wife who was not loyal had to face strong blame and was not given a chance to be forgiven. Because of that, the saying "better to marry a changed woman than a wife who breaks trust" shows the hard rules women had to follow in the old days. They had to protect their honor and loyalty, or they would be pushed away by society. Even though this saying comes from an old way of thinking, we can still learn from it today. It reminds us to value truth, loyalty, and being responsible in marriage. In today's world, where love and family still matter a lot, this old saying can help us think about the importance of honesty and trust in our relationships. Still, we must also understand that today's world is more open-minded. People who made mistakes in love in the past should not be judged only by what they did before. We should look at what they are doing now and how hard they are trying to become better people. The old saying "better to marry a changed woman than a wife who breaks trust" shows the strong moral rules of the past. It speaks about women, but also gives us a lesson about being honest and loyal in marriage. Even though we see things differently now, the values of faithfulness and forgiveness still have meaning. Let us hope we can take the good lessons from the past and use them in today's life, so everyone has a chance to grow and make their lives better. Thank you for listening.